We hope our virtual town hall prompts you to have conversations in your own circles. Perhaps a few final thoughts from some of our guests will provide some inspiration. We begin with Willie Barney, founder and president of Omaha's Empowerment Network.
We've been at this for a while. A lot of us have been really focusing on collaboration, alignment. How do we really change our community? We've seen results. I come back to it's time for us to really take it to scale. I'm really encouraged because the response I'm seeing from elected officials, CEOs, and others in the community itself is that people are really working hard to make sure we maximize this moment. And the thing that makes, I'm always talking about our progress because I want people to realize the time they've invested, the talent they've invested, the treasure we are seeing results. But and talking to our young people, and I'm very, very glad, the most encouraging thing about this whole piece is the youth and young folks are standing up and saying it's not enough and it's not fast enough. And so they're pushing all of us to keep that sense of urgency, to push even harder, get their voices to the table, give them the opportunity to lead this. So I'm looking forward to the next level and going even deeper. And everybody on this line and even more, that we continue this dialogue and conversation.
360 has been mentioned a lot, and so it's really important that we talk about those measurables, and we are really trying to be solution driven. And so a long time ago, Ben and Willie came to the table, and now we have a step up program. Now we have gang specialists with the Boys and Girls Club. We have not only PACE, but the Village Basketball Association, Urban League with an IM conference for African American high school girls, the Striving for Success Summit that we have for African American boys. So there's been a lot of things that have been happening that are measurable and tangible. And so as long as we continue to do this dialogue and invite people to the table, we can continue to see those measurables and have success.
At the end of the day, it is all about the advancement. This is just one moment in the movement. And so as we move forward, we must continue to, like Willie said, be committed, volunteer, share your resources, be willing to identify those funds that can help get the work done. And then I think what's key that we haven't really talked about is identifying ways in which we can educate the community on how to advocate. What are the true issues, and then how to get them addressed.
We're just getting started because we're trying to catch up from years and years of being behind, and listening and letting Black voices lead the way, because this has to be a collective effort, and we would all benefit from us working together. And especially with people being uncomfortable, maybe have discussions like, oh, why is this making you feel uncomfortable? Let's talk about this, and being more open-minded and making a collective effort to see progress in our city.
I just want to encourage everyone to stay involved again and vote this November, and vote for candidates that are in line with your values.
Most Black people that have been in elected office or been in any position of authority and had to share these decision-making tables, I think you almost felt like you were walking and you had to find a Trojan horse to talk about race. You could talk about it, but you really couldn't get there. And I think now, even, this effort that you all are making and the images, I think we gotta continue to name it and not let people get comfortable and settle back into those things. I mean, systematic injustice, the oppression that happened. And I think we gotta be ready to be uncomfortable and name that and walk in those spaces.
We have to provide more space and more opportunity for our very well-versed young people to participate in these conversations. But overall, I guess I'm just thinking about the city, and we just need to make sure that we're in a place that has less sharp divides, a place where every single voice matters, because that's where the change is going to come from. It's not about, lane miles and ribbon cuttings. It's really just about valuing every single person. So to me, that's where we start, and I thank you for this opportunity.
I encourage that we still stay connected, continue to build relationships, continue to communicate, open dialogue, listening, and also hearing from each other. And then let's continue to collaborate, working together, and then we'll see the change that we want to see in our community.
It's going to take a massive infusion of resources to support all the kinds of programs, 360, the schools, everything's being done. And the community needs to take responsibility for repairing the damages that's been done, and I think they'll step up. That's what I'm excited about right now.
We really need to have, as leaders and everyone, stop approaching criticism with defensiveness and really ask better questions and get to the root of that. And I really think trauma-informed training, care training for everyone is going to help with that. I also really want to encourage us to institutionalize the traits and behaviors that Tony, and Cherie talked about, that each of them do, because that's a part of their nature. But how do we make those values into actual policies to ensure that everyone embodies that, not just by coincidence, but because they're accountable to it?
All of this, we know, is all interconnected. Thank you, Kimra, for hitting on a lot of those points about how this has been impacting our communities of color, especially because of how racism is deeply implemented into the systems that affect our communities. And when we're talking about transforming these systems, I just want to ensure that we keep racism at the front of that, because that is what perpetuates the cycles. But until we're having those uncomfortable conversations in the houses of the people who vote, in the higher elected official positions who can create those changes, things are still going to stay the same.
For me, after the protests and all the rallies that occurred across the country, it's clear that there are some new, younger voices on the scene, and I want to make sure we capture what has to be said even further. I have some barometers of success that I use as a police chief, such as reduction in homicides and shooting, increase in diversity, increase in our clearance rates, a decrease in number of police complaints. But what is the younger voices, what is their barometer for success? So we want to work on incorporating that into what we do. That may be more of a feel than a statistic. And that's something that in 360 and future meetings, we're going to try to kind of vet out. And I'll just close by saying, Julie, you're a veteran in this industry, so I appreciate you personally taking on the assignment of convening this for Channel 7.
As a pastor, the thing I want to add to the conversation is thank you for inviting me, because for years and decades, the pastors have simply been known for how well we can preach. And I'm just going to be quite honest, preaching alone doesn't change policy. It doesn't change the fact that we have an issue with racism. And so I want to be the one to help represent the fact that, hey, we got to be in the game, in the conversation, not just in what we say, but in what we do. So thank you for allowing me to be here.
And thank you to the pastor and all of our guests, providing opportunity, meeting challenges, and forging accomplishments start with one person at a time. We hope you'll tell us how you or someone you know is leading the charge toward change. Send us an email at news@ketv.com. I'm Julie Cornell for our panel and all of us here at KETV News Watch 7. Thank you.